They got me. They got me.
You got me. You got me.
You got me.
Have you watched Have you watched Shogun yet?
No, I hear it's incredible. I need to.
Dude. Phenomenal.
Crazy good.
What a program. What a program.
I just spilled protein drink all over my fish. My towel. I hear it's incredible. My brother's like watching it. Isn't it all Japanese?
Yeah, it is. So no, it's not entirely in Japanese. It is mostly in Japanese. The Kenny, what is up, you absolute sexy legend? It is on Zamph. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate you. Papa Dom, thank you for the resub. Sounds like a fucking absolute sex bot, if you ask me. Let's get the scam train going. Can we get a scam train? Shogun is on FX and also Hulu. I'm watching it on Hulu. If you want to watch it, there we go. If you want to watch it dubbed, there is an English dub, which I did start watching just because I didn't think my wife would watch the subbed version, in which I was immediately cyberbullied for by one of my buddies for not watching it with subs. So I'm watching it with subs. It's great. I got over the subtitle thing pretty quickly. Yeah. I don't watch a lot of like anime or anything like that, so I'm not used to watching things with subtitles. So it took me a minute, but like it's great. It's fucking great, dude. It is really good. Big news this week, a lot of great stuff. I am going to tweet this out. And we roll the wood pile down. Rolling the wood pile down.
All right, chat, real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if I need to put a hat on. Put a 1 in the chat if I need to put a hat on.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Your hair looks good. Why would you put a hat on?
Put a 1. Put a 1. Fuck you, Marco.
There's a fine girl of mine on the Georgia line, and we roll the wood pile down. I have nothing but sea shanties thoughts. Nothing but sea shanty thoughts.
That. Yo ho, all together.
Never. What is it? Never shall we die, or hoist the colors high. That's hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars. Never shall we die. Yo ho! Oh man, wow! What a fucking film! What a film!
I think I'm getting that Miller Lite shirt too. It's too sick, and that'll put me over the edge. I don't even like Miller Lite.
I'm gonna have to get one too.
Yeah, it's too fucking sick. It's like the wash.
Maybe I'll get a hat too or something like that. I don't have enough complexity gear. I don't want to be confused with a filthy Dallas Cowboys fan, but
I know. I mean Miller Lite though. Come on. All right. Discount code champs. Censor Martin. Cowboys. No code. Okay, I don't really care. I'll pay the full price.
Marco, do me a favor and download the free trial for Skull and Bones. Please. Just download it and tell me how you feel about it. If you don't like it, that is fine. There's lots of reasons to not like it, but you just fucking download it and tell me how you feel about it. Shut up, Ken! No, it doesn't. It's great. It's on Epic or Xbox, whatever you play it on. I'm pretty sure you can just download it for free on Epic. The game's good. Ken, have you played it? Have you actually played it, though? This is the fucking problem, dude. I just want to play pirate games with my friends, and none of you guys want to even just listen to me. I've been entertaining you online for free for fucking 8 years, and you won't listen. You won't listen to my opinion on a pirate game that I'm telling you is good. You guys are fucking assholes. You guys don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate me, Tiggy. They never cared about us.
Nothing.
Free entertainment. Free entertainment for the better part of the last decade. The first 8 hours are free, so if you don't like it, you can just uninstall it. Literally, you just play it for... I don't give a fuck what your expectations are. Just try it. And if you don't like it, that is fine. Uninstall it. Just try it. Humor me. Humor me. Humor me. Humor me. Humor me. I'm asking you for this. I am asking you as a professional favor, as somebody who has entertained all of you for free for the better part of the last decade. And if you do not enjoy the game, I want to hear you. You can tell me, Dom, I didn't like it and I uninstalled it. Otherwise, you're letting the bots win. What are we talking about? Epic. We're going to talk about
I got a couple more.
Jason Lake and Epic. Jason Lake and Complexity, backpacking esports as an industry. There was another like positive news thing that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember it now. Coleman, love you. Cole listens to me. The rest of you, the rest of you dirtbags. I don't know. Yo ho, hold together. All right, here we go. I'm gonna hit record. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we are going to be talking about how Jason Lake and Complexity are backpacking esports as an industry, culture, and pretty much everything else under the sun. We're going to be talking about how Nintendo shut down another emulator company. And I promised, there's actually some positive news in the gaming and esports world to talk about. And we're going to get to it. All that and more. Keep your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times. Me and Tiggy are here to entertain you just like we always do every Friday Junior or every Friday itself. If you are listening on your podcast platform of choice, and we're so glad that you're here, it is yet another delicious, delightful, delectable episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Let's ride. Fight. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy, Papa Dom. We are here live, direct, and oh so handsome. Tiggy is standing up, the hat is off, the hoodie is on, and the fan is up way, way high. Tiggy, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Welcome back to the program.
You know, welcome back to the program. Like I wasn't here the past 10 weeks, but I'm doing great, Dom. It was a fantastic week. We got to see Bob last week, so I was fired up, and I'm just carrying that momentum forward.
Yeah.
And my legs are sore. I've been running a little bit, been hitting the gym a lot, and it just feels good. It feels good to be sore and to be weak, because pain is weakness leaving the body.
That's right.
And we're getting real strong.
Real strong. I've been back on the run kick too. It's not another cardio podcast. Been back on the run kick. I went for the last couple weeks. I've been averaging like 2 or 3 runs a week. We have had probably the shittiest weather known to man in the local area right now. It has been either downpouring or cold or both. We had one 60-degree day last week, and I ran like 3.5 miles outside, the wind in my face. It was glorious. I was just like, wow, being alive is so good. It is just so cool to be here on this side of the dirt, you know? I was just like, man, just keep me up here for as long as possible. And then all of a sudden, bang, seasonal depression. Back at it like it never left, dude. It just dreary, disgusting, just awful, wet, muddy grossness. But the good news is that we're going to get it's going to be sunny tomorrow. That's good. I got I'm washing, we found a free jogging stroller on the side of the road, which is normally like $600. So I was like, let's just pick it up and I'll like unscrew the cover. There was like 90 screws screwing the liner on. I'm just like, let's just throw it in the wash because it's got all kinds of gross shit all over it. So I have it in the laundry right now. Should be fine. I put it on like a delicate cycle because I'm not hand washing that shit. It's disgusting. But if I can save myself $600 and jog with the little guy in the stroller,
I mean,
who knows? It's a reputable brand. It's supposed to last you a lifetime, but clearly the people who something tells me that the previous owners probably forgot they had it, took it out of their shed for the first time in like 8 years, and it was just caked in gross shit. So, but yeah, we're back.
Or maybe just a running injury. You never know.
Damn,
maybe.
Son, where'd you find this?
Weekend recap. We're here. We're in the game. Hold on one second here. What did I do last week? It all comes a time where I need to like look at. Oh yeah, nothing really too crazy this weekend. Hung out with a couple of my cousins. Their daughter is super into Animal Crossing, so I was like showing her some like tips and tricks. She's like just like the perfect age for just like getting into games, and like she's into Pokemon and Animal Crossing. So I dusted off Rangoon Island in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yep.
And just dropped a bunch of fruit onto her island, so she has all the fruits now. You know, that's just, and that was that. So that was cool. Cooked a little bit. Played some Skull and Bones, which I promise you is a good game. And I solved a long-standing issue. For those of you that have listened to the podcast for any stretch of time, over the last year especially, you know that I got a new PC. And I have been able to play lots of games except for Sea of Thieves. For some reason, Sea of Thieves would not use my graphics card. It was using my integrated graphics card, and I had no idea. So I shout out to OD, friend of the program, who built my PC for me. OD Technology on Twitter. Reached out to OD, and I was like, dude, we gotta jump on a Discord call or something. And we've been saying it for months. We just haven't been able to get our calls straight. He offered to fix it right away. He was like, I'll take a look at it. You know, screen share, do like a, you know, an any desk thing. Like, you know, let me like remote into your PC and I'll take a look. So we updated a bunch of shit, yada, yada, yada. He goes, hey, why is the AMD like app downloaded on your PC? You shouldn't even be using your integrated graphics card. You should have the Intel one for your GPU. And I go, no, I have both. I mean, I was like, I like to keep them both updated. He's like, no, you're not even supposed to use your integrated graphics card. You don't even need it. Like, you just got to disable it. And I was like, well, when I disable it, my second monitor shuts off. And he was like, well, why is your monitor plugged into your
second
high GPU? And I said, I don't know, OD. How do I plug it elsewhere? He goes, no fucking way. He was like, get on video and show me the back of your PC. So my monitors have been plugged into my fucking motherboard for the last year. Not my GPU, which means everything that I've been playing has either been using my integrated graphics card for the last year or my GPU fed through my motherboard and then to my monitor, which significantly chews into the performance.
You know, that is just that. And, you know, it's easy to laugh. It's easy to laugh at this, but I'm not going to laugh.
It's easy to laugh until it happens to you, okay?
Yeah. You know, it's easy to laugh until until you walked a mile in your Uggs, you know?
Yeah.
So I have a very similar story when I just got my first PC a couple of years ago. You know, I plug it in, I turn it on, monitor's on, nothing's happening. And I like had to call the guy I bought the PC from. And I'm like, listen, it's not working. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I just spent, you know, a lot of money on this big brick sitting on my desk now. And, you know, they're like, let me see the back of your PC. Like they knew instantly. And they were like, you got to plug it into the actual graphics card. And I was like, you need to put that on the sign, or like that needs to be the one instruction that comes with PCs.
Yeah. It never dawned on me, you know what I mean? Like, and who could know? Who could have known? Not me. And OD was like, dude, I am so sorry. Like I should have got on like a video call with you and like walked you through plugging it in. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not like an infant. Like I know how to plug in an HDMI cable or a DisplayPort cable. And in my defense, these little stoppers were in the port still to like protect it from dust. So I didn't even see them. It's not like they were lit up.
No. It wasn't saying, here, please enter, please, right here,
Dude.
here.
So that's my story. I'm the worst PC gamer of all time. But now it runs great. Everything runs phenomenal. Sea of Thieves is back. So if it comes down to it and nobody's gonna shut the fuck up, Q. If it comes down to it and nobody will play Skull and Bones with me, I'm back when it comes to Sea of Thieves. So yeah. So
Q, get to work, write the press release.
Go to bed, Q. Q was like, I'm gonna lurk while I drift off to sleep, and then I'm here talking to myself, and he goes, common sense.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Boo.
Go to bed. No kisses on the forehead for you. Go to bed.
Common sense. Are you Thomas Edison?
How was your weekend? Since Q knows it all.
since Q knows it all.
Sorry, Dan.
My weekend was pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't know if it just happened, but Richard Lewis passed away. Big star of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes, he did. Rest in peace.
So R.I.P. and peace to Richard Lewis. And it's funny, my brother was here last weekend, and we were watching like some Curb with him and my buddy Troy and stuff. And he was like, I hate Richard Lewis whenever he's on screen. I was like, I love Richard Lewis. Like, he's my favorite character because he's such a loser. I'm like, yeah, but that's why it makes it funny. And then he passed away a couple days later. So, that was kind of coincidental, I guess. But other than that, I golfed. So that was pretty fun. We went and I think we saw Gerber Baby. Yeah, we saw Gerber Baby pitch on Sunday. So that was a really good time. I need to get the Wi-Fi to the stadium. I don't know how I don't have the MLB Press Wi-Fi yet.
Okay.
A little concerning. So we got to work into that, but I couldn't update anyone on Twitter. And then one tweet sent when I got home and I'm like, okay. Well,
have you tried guessing the passwords?
So no, I haven't. You know when you make like a simple password and it's like, oh, they're going to hack that. Why would you ever try to guess like some of these random words? You know what I mean?
You never know. Some baseball 1 2 3.
Baseball 1 2 3.
MLB is cool.
Let's go Dodgers.
Bud Selig rules 1.
Beat LA.
You never know.
I don't know.
The first time I traveled internationally for a long time was like right when Pokemon Go came out, and I was fucking desperate to play Pokemon Go. And so I was in Portugal, and I had no cell service. I didn't buy the cell service because I wasn't getting money like that back then. I am now, but now I buy. I don't even. Now I just don't buy it by choice because I don't want you guys bothering me while I'm overseas. But I was guessing. I would go to like a cafe and I would guess the Wi-Fi, and I would just do like the name of the cafe, or this is how weak. This is how shitty everybody's passwords are. I'd guess like the name of the cafe or like the street name or like the address or the phone number, and like 9 times out of 10 it was right.
What?
So let's say it was called like El Cafe or something. I'd put like El Cafe 123 or El Cafe 2017 or El Cafe whatever the number was, and it would be right 9 times out of 10. Caught so many Pokemon. What a trip.
That's awesome. That's so crazy. Like you might be the only person I've ever heard of that's actually trying that and like grabbing the protected password.
I do it all the time now. Now I do it all the time. It's like a game. Like if I go to a restaurant and if I absolutely need to use my phone, I won't ask for the Wi-Fi password. I'll guess it. And I'll just be like, all right, I'm at an Italian restaurant. Let's try like meatballs 1. And 9 times out of 10, it's that. Or like espresso martinis. Or like one place it was like it was a pizza place, and I guessed that's Amore, and that was it. I swear to God, my right hand to God. My right hand to God. I'm like the best. I should get like the government needs to hire me for to crack passwords.
To crack internet, to crack the syndicate.
Yeah.
And,
Frankie 0567, thank you so much for the follow and for the first time chat. What up? Hope that you're
Frankie. People need to hire you, Dom. I think you need to sell out this service, but let's say this service becomes available. How much are you charging per password?
Depends on where I have to go. Am I going to like, No.
All remote. So I'm here in Arizona. You're in Kansas. I say, hey.
No, I'm saying like, are they going to send me to like Moscow and I'm going to go guess Wi-Fi passwords?
No. Like local. So I'm in Phoenix and I'm like, hey, I need this password. I'm like, hey, here's the location. Here's the street. Here's my dot. How much?
I'm $100. $100 a password. $100 a whack.
$100 a password.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
True. Okay. Well, we have the price now.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Heath Ledger. So
that's pretty good.
But yeah, what the fuck are we talking about? Oh yeah, you were at a baseball game.
Played a little Call of Duty, which didn't make me too happy.
What's up with the league grind? Any
So I'm hanging around still. My watch still platinum, ladies and gentlemen, still platinum. I'm still around. I'm hanging on by a thread. Like it's like the snow mission, or no, I'm like Jon Snow climbing the wall. And one of the wildlings kind of falls, but then they grab last second. That's me.
Yep.
Or like Soap in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm like hanging on. I'm falling, but I'm still there. Okay?
Still here.
I'm still here. It's getting tough. I'm mentally checked out a little bit. I reeled it in a little bit. Yep. I've been getting a little help and getting a little coaching, getting a little pumped up, and we're finding ways. to stay at platinum. So
Love it.
again, the goal was diamond. I made plat. I'm very happy,
Yep.
but I want more. I'm not stopping until I'm great.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So-
And I wouldn't want you to stop. I wouldn't want you to stop. I definitely can empathize there. I actually haven't logged into Hearthstone since the incident.
No
I didn't even log into it.
way.
Yeah. So I mean that fucked me up mentally, but I was happy to be where I was. I was happy to be like where I was, you know, for the month. Diamond 5. I do have to log back in because I want to see where it puts me in this season. Usually it'll put me a couple of pegs back. So I might start like gold or something like that. And I'm going to see if I still got it. I'm going to see if I still got the fastball from last month. I let my, you know, I've been the joints have been tight. The joints have been tight, so I got to warm up a little bit. So I might see what's going on. J Tom C, what's good? Welcome. Juju, what's up? Marco, hello. Coleman, everybody in here. Damn, we got a lot of people in here. What the fuck is good? All right, cool. Tiggy, I need to step away for 2 seconds. I just need to make sure that I'm nervous about this heavy ass baby carriage cover in my washing machine, and I just want to make sure it's not like obliterating the inside of my washing machine. Do you want to lead off with one of the I don't know if you want to talk complexity, if you want to talk I'll be back in like 2 seconds, not even.
Okay.
What do you got?
Gotcha. You hit it. I think I'm gonna go into a little Destiny 2 a little bit.
The little Destiny
Quickly into
perfect.
Destiny 2.
I'll jump right back in.
Quickly into Destiny 2. Dom's going to check out as with most of the programming, unfortunately. So Destiny 2, incredible game. It's been out for, Destiny 1 came out, early 2000s. Very good game. Does it stand the test of time? Probably not. But Destiny 2 officially back. And you might say, how's it back? Yada, yada, yada. They're coming out with a hoverboard. And the hoverboard is out. And it's about the most fun thing that game's had in maybe 3 years. Okay? Ever since they reloaded all the old raids back, this Shimmer thing is incredible. It's basically like
called
Tony
a Shimmer?
Hawk. It's called actually, it might be a skimmer.
Oh, a skimmer.
Yeah, I think it's skimmer.
I think a shimmer
It's
is even better.
Yeah,
Shimmer's the currency.
Yes, yeah. Shimmer's the currency. Skimmer.
Oh, it's glimmer.
Skimmer.
No, it's glimmer. I'm sorry, it's glimmer.
It's glimmer.
Holy fuck.
Big Destiny 2 experts here. Big Destiny 2 experts. But
I only have
you
400
a
hours in
hoverboard.
Destiny 2. It's totally fine.
Yeah. I have like 260 here on this one, but I had it for console like way back in the day too. I'm like, Jesus. How much? But I literally just get on and play like one old raid, and that's all I like to do. But now I'm surfing around with this skimmer, and it's like Tony Hawk Underground. Like you're just going and doing tricks. You can fly fucking anywhere, like across the map. You can skip so many steps on certain quests and stuff like that.
No, don't tell me that.
It's kind of sick. It's very fun. And honestly, this is probably the most fun thing they had ever since they had that one season of Sparrow Racing League.
Yeah.
Where you literally could race your sparrows and stuff. And it was so fun. Such a cool minigame, and they took it away after like a couple months, and everyone was pissed. So the skimmer's back, and everyone's like, "Hey!" And the skimmer's replacing the sparrow slot, so you can use it at all times. It's sick. You can literally go and kickflip. People are just like taking down bosses by diving and like kind of like whip flash, like whip sliding into them and stuff. It's so cool. All the clips that are coming from there and stuff. And I'm like, dude, like they got to make a Marty McFly, like they got to bring Back to the Future collab and stuff. I'm like, this is so sick. Man. They could do so much cool stuff, and literally, like the influx of players that have come back just for this is incredible.
That is, oh man, I did reinstall it. I will tell you that. Full transparency, accountability, hand up. I did reinstall Destiny 2. It is not updated right now. It's got like a gig update out of nowhere. Maybe I'll fire it up tomorrow. What's your day look like tomorrow? What do you got?
I tell you, actually, I'm going to be at NASCAR tomorrow volunteering, but I have the whole morning basically. I have the whole morning basically free. It's like an alternate duty location, so the whole morning I'm free. So I'm staying up all night gaming, and I might just continue staying up. Honestly,
listen, I got the little guy tomorrow, but maybe his first nap. I got the day off tomorrow, so maybe. It might be early your time, but I'll let you know.
Hey, that works. It might be a little skimmer sesh
Just
here.
To, hit a couple half pipes. Maybe we'll play. You know what they got to do is put graffiti into it.
Oh my god, yeah. Like I think you can do that in Warzone, like spray walls and stuff. Just add that in where you can just graffiti the planets and stuff. Oh, that'd be cool. I don't know. A lot of cool ideas. and it's also at the same time as the Guardian games, which if you don't know the Guardian games, it's kind of like a Harry Potter House Cup, but it's with the classes.
Yep.
Probably Titans are going to win because they like more people just play Titan than anything. So, as a current Warlock main, it's whatever, but it'll be cool. They have cool armor and stuff, and it's always a good time. So,
God damn it! All right, I'll fucking fire it up tomorrow. I'll make sure it's updated for tomorrow morning. God damn it!
Come on.
Shit. You know what's weird with Destiny 2 is that your DLC purchases don't carry over. So like I own all the DLC on PC, but not on Xbox. Mm-hmm. So if I went to go play on Xbox, I wouldn't have anything.
The only thing that transfers over is your character. It's so dumb.
So stupid.
Yeah. And they have a deal. I think they have a deal right now where I forget what website was selling it. I think it was like $40 and you get all the old expansions and like the 30th anniversary and stuff with the Gallahorn and stuff. And it's like,
but I'm gonna
that's so sick.
Again.
But I bought like the extra edition with the whatever the last one was this time last year, whatever it was with like the new planet and stuff. I spent $100 on that and I played it for like a month. And I was like, never played Destiny the rest of the year. So,
listen, I mean, fuck. Every time I think I'm out,
yep,
they pull me back in.
Damn. Destiny 2 back though, which is cool. I think Destiny is such a beautiful game, and there's so many things they do in that game that other developers like don't do and can't do.
Yeah.
So like, still the idea of Destiny is so great, and I don't know what they really need to grab like a larger player base, but doing stuff like the skimmer is very cool, and I think they have a lot more people's attention with it. So I hope it can catapult them into more success and keep garnering players. But there's some people that just never leave, and it's kind of like cool RuneScape, you know.
I know plenty of them.
Yeah.
So, good thing. Speaking of people who aren't leaving, Complexity not going anywhere. Jason Lake not going anywhere. As of the time of recording, basically, it was actually like this time last week. Right, like I think it was like it must have been right after we finished recording. Jason Lake has purchased back Complexity. So Game Square Holdings released a statement that Global Esports Properties LLC, aka Global Esports, which is an investor group led by Complexity's founder and CEO Jason Lake, and also his lifelong best friend. Purchased.
Shout out best friend.
Shout out to best friends. His name's not in the statement, just Jason Lake, top billing. Jason Lake has purchased back Complexity for a cool $10.36 million. Game Square and Complexity signed a membership interest purchase agreement dated as March 1st, 2024, and the transaction is anticipated to close shortly upon the satisfaction of a closing condition to receive TSXV approval for the transaction, whatever the fuck that means. Q, thank you for the resub. It's crazy that you did that in your sleep. So Jason Lake has, long story short, Jason Lake has purchased Complexity back. It is back where it belongs. 20 years in the game. And Jason Lake, has always had a hand in Complexity. He's always been like the face of the organization, and now he is the founder, CEO, and owner of Complexity. Only a couple of years after he, sold the majority share to Game Square. It is in no way, shape, or form any smaller than it ever has been. Obviously, they still have the partnership with the Dallas Cowboys. With Miller Lite, all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, Jason Lake issued a brief statement saying that the new chapter has begun. Jason said, "This is an epic moment for the history of Complexity, and we're grateful for this exciting opportunity. I'd like to thank the Jones and Goff families and everyone at Game Square." I think that's partially Jerry Jones, who was part of that, at Game Square for our years of successful collaboration. Today, we've significantly grown Complexity's revenues and have built a financially stable organization. And now it's time to write the next chapter in our legendary story. And I'm confident that our loyal fans will greatly enjoy the years ahead. So shout out to Complexity. Big up. Absolutely pumped to see the org being back in the original founder's hands. It is one of America's longest standing esports organizations. It was originally founded in 2003. So almost it is basically like the 20th anniversary of Complexity even existing, and Jason Lake is celebrating that by buying it the fuck back.
Yeah.
That is just insane. So, yeah, so he welcomed Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and John Goff, and investor John Goff, into the team's ownership in 2017, and now he has sole ownership of the team. So I'm sure that they're still going to be playing at the Star. I think they still have some like kind of residents at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They have won more than the Dallas Cowboys have in the last couple of years. I'll tell you that for free. So it's nice to have a winning team at that stadium. But yeah, that's where we're at. Take your thoughts on Complexity and kind of everything they're up to right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Jason Lake in Complexity has been, kind of like the birth of esports and kind of like the forefront of Call of Duty esports back in the day, when they were dominating and stuff like that. And I remember what made him like so unique too is he would go to these events and he'd just be suit and tie he'd be full up suit, red tie and stuff like that. And people would ask him, he's like, well, this is what I would have worked for however many years, and I'm going to continue doing that and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a lawyer. So
yeah, I wonder what his kind of like background. I mean, aside from just being like a badass, he just says entrepreneur. Real estate investor John Goff was also part of the ownership group. Let me see.
But I think it's sick. They initially sold, I think 2017 I saw, for $27 million to start the partnership with Jones and Goff and that whole family and stuff. So to buy back, kind of at a discount, not saying like it got smaller in any degree. I mean, it just, that's kind of just the way esports is trending. So, he kind of bought his baby back on a discount, and he probably learned a whole lot. Yeah. Like you said, I mean, he's kind of just an awesome face of esports for NA. And the fact is that he is still going so hard in Counter-Strike.
Totally.
Where NA, doesn't seem to stand up too well, and he's doing whatever it takes to win. It's fucking sick, and he's passionate, and it's incredible. And legends never die, and this is proof of that. And I'm excited to watch him. Was it in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
I think when they're on the big stage. So it's gonna be awesome. He commented out, oh, they had that shirt sale last weekend, and us being good members of society and just of the fandom, we didn't want the shirts on sale. We bought them full price. So
yep.
We're doing our part there, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, really, really, just phenomenal stuff all around. Yeah, Complexity. Just, I mean, they've got their hands in everything. I was just taking a look at this, and they have a Hearthstone team.
Do they? Oh,
just saying.
There we go.
They do have a Hearthstone team. They're I don't know how current this is, but they've got. I mean, maybe they need somebody new. I don't know. Maybe they need. I'm just saying. Check the rankings.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the push. Maybe that's the end, dude. If I can't get an interview with Jason Lake in the regular way, I'll just have to get hired there.
You'll have to join the team, like Jason.
You ever see that that Key and Peele bit where he's like, "This is the best bank heist of all time. Like, we're gonna get jobs." And we're going to start making money. And then 20, 30 years, we walk out the front door with all the money and nobody knew what hit them.
I have seen that, yeah.
That's going to be me, dude. You looking to join that roster, Dom? Dude, listen, you never know, dude. You never know. The question is, are they looking for me to join the roster? It's not, ask not what your esports org can do for you, but what you can do for your esports org. People are talking. I've been told that I'm, a big fish in a small pond, or maybe a big fish in a big pond. It's a hot market. Also, Marco, you got fast ass internet, dude. If you started downloading that shit like 20 minutes ago, you downloaded Skull and Bones that quick. And thank you for listening to me. And again, I don't want to hear it if you don't like it. I do want to hear it. I want to know that. I want to know if you don't like it. But everybody should just at least try it if you like pirate shit. I think the game's good. Fuck you guys. So yeah.
Also,
Complexity's back where it belongs. What else we got?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, do you think? So the parent company was a GameSquare.
Yeah.
They also took on the FaZe stock, a little bit ago as well.
Yeah, they're like a pretty big
At that
conglomerate. Yeah.
So this conglomerate had two teams. It has Complexity and FaZe. And I remember they were playing like in the finals of a Counter-Strike tournament at that same weekend that happened and stuff, which was kind of wild. But also FaZe Banks has full control of FaZe Clan now again. So interesting to see what that's going to happen as a, I don't know, probably a majority shareholder by now.
Yeah.
The meetings have been going well and there's a lot of optimism in the air. So, we're very excited.
We as an organization, phase up.
We as an organization, phase up.
Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear for you. It's great for you and the organization. I'm glad to hear that your interests are being represented. Love to hear that. Did your 100 Thieves Pokemon shit come in?
Yes. So I think I wore the. You
might have worn the Charmander shirt, or maybe it was the hoodie.
No, I got the hoodie. I also got this here. I'll be right back.
Let's see. Let's see what we got.
So I have this. I got this.
Oh, it's still in the wrapping.
It's just the Pikachu shirt, black.
$945 Pikachu shirt.
$945.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit. So it's a large. I'm probably an XL right now, but I'm hitting the gym a little bit. So give me a month or two, and we'll be rocking this thing, and it's gonna be pretty sick. But yeah, finally came in. I don't know why I fucking did 2 orders by accident, and then I paid for shipping for both. When combined, I
resell them for $9 million. That's a mortgage payment.
So yeah. But no, I like the shirt. It's really cool. So I'm happy I got that. I wish I could have got the Charmander. But the Charmander literally sold out before I joined the pre-sale. It's crazy.
That is insane.
It's all good, but I'm very happy with this one. Put this back real quick.
Beautiful. Let's see here. So some interesting kind of a little bit of polarizing news out there. Okay. As Nintendo has shut down a emulator company called Yuzu. The developer utterly folded in the middle of the lawsuit. It's a Nintendo Switch emulator called Yuzu, and it was ordered to pay $2.4 million. And it was the lawsuit was for facilitating piracy at a colossal scale, quote unquote. It appears that Yuzu will now give up without a fight and give everything that Nintendo wants, and it also affects the Nintendo 3DS emulator Citra as well, which is by the same developer. Tropic Haze, which is the parent company, agreed to pay $2.4 million to Nintendo, and also says. But Nintendo says that Yuzu is primarily designed to circumvent and play Nintendo Switch games. So basically, it is the company is banned from distributing the code for the emulator, working on it anymore, hosting websites and social media, or doing anything else that circumvents Nintendo's copyright protection. So, and Marco just said if they didn't settle, it could have set a legal precedent that could have fucked emulation as a whole, and in my opinion, it is already pretty fucked. I don't think there's really any fucking that needs to happen. Yuzu says that piracy was never our intention. They wrote a letter to their fans saying that Yuzu is offline. They've always been against piracy. They started the projects in good faith out of passion for Nintendo and its consoles and games. We were not intending to cause harm, but now we see that our projects can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and allow users to play games outside of authorized hardware and have led to extensive piracy. Users have also used their product to leak game content prior to release and ruin the experience for legitimate purchasers and fans. So this is tough. The code repositories have been pulled offline. Patreon accounts and Discord servers have been discontinued, and websites are going to get shut down. I don't know how much money Yuzu or Tropic Haze made off of these emulators. I don't know how much they cost in the first place. My guess is that they were not free. But, you know, this is just it's a pretty fucking crazy situation. I can't say that like anybody should really be surprised, because Nintendo is so aggressive when it comes to this stuff. Anytime there's like a fan project or an emulator or, you know, a spin-off game or whatever, it's really just like a matter of time before Nintendo shuts it down. And it looks like Marco said that the emulator was free, but Patreon had perks for early access to builds and stuff. So they didn't have $2.4 million to spend. So I don't even know where the fuck this is coming from. I don't know what these owners are going to be doing that are paying them. I mean, I certainly hope that they had some sort of like investors or something, or that maybe their Patreon was really that lucrative. You know, emulation is just such a weird conversation. You know, I don't really want to get into the weeds with it, but I don't know. I mean, Tiggy, what are your thoughts on the whole thing? I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, shout out Marco. He did a very, very well in depth article. You can read it on wikigaming.com. So I might have a differing opinion, but I think Nintendo had it coming to them, you know, and I want to say that with a little flag, because the fact that Nintendo has not remade the Pokemon games or their classic games and just thrown them on the new consoles of Switch, or even put them available for mobile on iOS or mobile and sell them for like, I don't know, $30, $40, even full price at $70. I think that's idiotic on their part.
Yeah.
Because people want to play the fucking classic games, and people will pay big money.
Yeah. Pay
So,
top dollar.
not that I support the emulation, but like you said, I'm not surprised, and I'm not surprised it happened earlier, because I remember way back in the day, you know, I didn't do this, but I know other people that did it on their iPhones, and they were able to play Pokemon games, and I was so jealous. I'm like, how do you do that? I want to jailbreak my phone. I want to play these Pokemon games on my phone. It's just so easy on the phone. It's so nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. And they have Pokemon games on iOS. I don't know why they couldn't do it. I don't know why they don't do it. They'd make more money doing that than selling the new games on Switch.
Yeah. It's you know, and again, it's a complicated conversation. I mean, game preservation is one thing, getting games for free is another. You know, it's a big conversation online, which is like, oh, if you don't like this developer, you can just go find the emulated version of it and like pirate it. And there's a difference between piracy and preservation, and that's where the conversation is going to be. Do I think it's necessary to have a Nintendo Switch emulator right now? No, I don't think it's necessary whatsoever. I don't think that, you know, I'm sure there's a place for it, and I'm sure there's a reason, you know, for it. But I think it's tough to argue, you know, about preservation for a console that currently exists. For previous ones, like for 3DS, I mean, I bought Marco's 3DS off of him. Because I wanted to be able to play DS games, and I had the old one, and you know, I wanted a nice big screen, and you know, I get it. You know, I'm the owner of multiple older Nintendo consoles, but it is harder and harder to get them, and as scarcity becomes worse, you know, prices become prohibitive, and you know, it kind of like gatekeeps. Not gatekeeps, not the right word, but you know, it prohibits gamers of all different walks of life from experiencing certain retro games that, you know, haven't been ported or haven't been put on the eShop or haven't been done whatever. So it blows, right? Like, you know, I think if people could have seen which way this was going, you know, 10 years ago, they probably would have spent more money on the Wii eShop maybe. You know, it sucks that you know, like Marco put in his blog, like, unless you want to pay $800 for a pristine copy of Super Mario 64, you know, you're kind of boned. Okay, you could probably subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, but this goes back to the whole thing of like, I'm subscribing to it and I can only play it for as long as I'm a subscriber. I don't really own it. You know, and that's part of the reason, like, I bought a physical copy of Super Mario RPG that I'm never going to open, because I want to own it. Like, I want to have it so I can play it, you know, infinitely, right? I have the digital copy on my Switch as well, but if it ever shits the bed, then what the fuck am I going to do then?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, So it definitely sucks. I feel bad for the developers, especially because I'm sure that they don't have $2.4 million to throw out there. However, there isn't a legal precedent to protect these people, and until they get some really good legal folks involved to make a case for it, there are terms that are in black and white that are never going to protect them. They're always going to be behind the 8 ball, and they're always going to have a target on their backs when they develop something like this. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's the correct thing to do, and I'm not saying that Nintendo is in the right. They are within their rights to do it, but I've been saying this like since the dawn of time. Like there's got to be a better way to like make everybody happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like what you said about like the old consoles and like game preservation and stuff like that. Friend of the program and guest of the show, MMA fighter Joe Giannetti, tweeted out that he was looking for an old Game Boy Color because like his childhood one was borrowed by a friend and wasn't given back and stuff like that. I had a Game Boy Color that I purchased like a year or two ago. I played it like 5 times, and I reached out and sent it to him, and it should be arriving today. So
really?
Hopefully it arrives in good condition, and he's super happy about it. So
that's awesome, dude. That's very benevolent of you.
Yeah. So, and I agree. I think it is cool. Like you're saying, it's like people want to own things. People want the old consoles. They want the nostalgia and stuff like that. And it's like, sometimes it's hard to find the old Pokemon games, like working copies, and they're like hundreds of dollars sometimes to get them fixed. New batteries. It's like, I just want to play the old games. Like throw them on mobile, throw them on the Switch, throw them on the stuff. Like just port them over. I think it'd be sick, and I would pay the money. Like I'm not trying to get it for free. I would pay the money happily.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I and I have multiple games that like even my SNES copy of Super Mario RPG, like the internal battery's dead. It doesn't hold a save. It's tough, and like these things will wither away. I mean, they're made from plastic and shit. Like they're gonna rot. Right? Like they're going to eventually degrade, and it sucks. Obviously discs are one thing, but even discs are tough to preserve too. I mean, they're going to get dirty, they're going to get scratched, stuff like that. So, it sucks. I definitely feel bad for the developers, but sadly, if you're going into an endeavor like this, you have to know what is potentially on the other side, and I think it's just kind of like a matter of time. And I've been saying this, like we've covered a million times where like Nintendo has shut down like a Pokemon fan project or, a spin-off game that's like a Mario, spin-off sequel or something like that. It's tough. It's tough to wrap your arms around. It's a kind of a no-win conversation because I can definitely see both sides, but yeah. I don't also necessarily agree with everybody that's like Nintendo is such a shitty company, like they don't have any ethics, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's their property, right? Like they own it, they made it, they've grown it. Like
they can do whatever
they kind of. It's not really shitty to be like, we don't want you to make things that's going to allow people to steal from us.
Yeah,
it's kind of a tough place to stand, right? Like. I get it. I get why the emulation community is mad, but like, I mean, it's kind of like in their terms and conditions. Like, again, I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm just saying they have ground to stand on, and there's got to be a better way. Is the ultimate thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what else we got? We got any like bright news to kind of round us off here? Because I know we talked about Destiny being back. We talked about Complexity. You guys don't want to hear me talk about Skull and Bones again. What else we got on the docket?
Yeah, well, we got a pretty other negative topic, so I'm going to skip over that. But with some organizations out there, but I want to talk about Dune a little bit. Dune is a massive phenomenon in terms of movies. Dune 2 just came out. Hopefully I can see it this weekend or pretty soon. I finished my rewatch of 1, and it was like, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was kind of a harsh critic at the beginning, but it was cool. But they're coming out with a Dune MMO.
Oh.
Down the line. They released that, I think, earlier this year. So Dune MMO,
Dune Awakening,
which is going to be awesome. And Dune was the inspiration for Star Wars. So
Unreal 5. as
I
well.
think it's going to be pretty cool. Unreal 5 engine. And yeah, it looks very interesting.
It
Looks,
is a Funcom game, so it's the people that made like Conan Exiles, and they did Dune Spice Wars too, which I didn't play, but I think people liked.
You need the spice, use the voice.
I
Yeah, but it looks super cool.
yeah, release date speculation, pre-order news. Hey, there we go. I actually just started reading the Dune book.
Ooh,
I've
okay.
never seen the movie.
Dang.
Literally don't know anything about Dune, so I just started reading the book. I'm like, I don't know, 20. I'm like less than a quarter of the way through it, a little less than a quarter. But they have the family's blessing. They have the Herbert family's blessing to get permission to like the entire like license of Dune. There was a headline on Games Radar that said that the Dune Survival MMO had to go to the author's family to get permission to cut quote unquote ridiculous sand walking and the book's extremely explosive shields.
Nice. That's cool.
So Dune Awakening had to make a couple of adjustments to its source material, and because they were changing source material, they had to go to the family to make sure that they had the permission to make it happen. They apparently there's a method called sand walking in Dune where the characters have to like do a certain type of something to not alert the sandworms. And they basically were like, that would be a really shitty mechanic in a video game, so we had to go to the family to like do away with that, to like suspend disbelief a little bit. They said that the animations looked ridiculous and it made players walk extremely slowly and it was not fun. And even though it was unintentionally hilarious, it probably would not be conducive to a great game. And also there was like explosive shields that are basically like mini nuclear bombs. And they basically were like, that just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So they went to the Herbert family and got express permission with both the Legendary Pictures group and the Herberts to get their sign off so that they could design the game in a certain way. So it's pretty cool to see that the family who, you know, carries the legacy and like owns the estate of Frank Herbert, who created Dune, have some sort of say in this, because I think we've seen a million times that like licenses get bastardized and, you know, contorted into like weird games and stuff like that. But it's cool to see that they're keeping them in mind.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who knows what the sand has seen the sand walking and like the mini shields that each person has and stuff, I think that was a good call to not have them in the game.
Yeah.
Because with the mini shields, it's like impossible to actually hurt someone, and then the sand walking is, yeah, I mean, it looks like a huge. I mean, there's dunes everywhere. I mean, it's just a fucking desert. So
Yeah.
if you got to walk like that the entire time, that'd be crazy. So good call. That's crazy. They had to go to like the family and stuff and make sure that was okay. That's awesome. In the world in the world of journalism, that you're doing your due diligence. So
Yeah.
shout out to those creators.
Love it. Also, breaking Helldivers 2 news. Thank you, Marco, for this. So they're adding mechs and some big balance changes, and apparently they have a rare spawn right now where mechs are spawning randomly into Helldivers missions even before it's released.
That's cool. I saw something today too that like they're gonna hold the mechs behind a planet that needs liberated as well. Ooh. I don't know if that's official. That might just be a rumor, but
yeah, they released a like a statement that said like, we need all Helldivers to this planet right now. So maybe that's what it is.
Marco's diving in right now. He said he's in it. He's on the front lines.
It's going on right now. It's real. I love I just love the, you know, the way that people treat this game, and, you know, the grip it has on society right now, that people are like, it's real, it's happening, like it's all here, you know. It's just fucking great. So cool. Well, love to hear that, and, you know, big shout out to the Helldivers 2 team, which is just continuing to be like one of the best stories in gaming right now. So I'm pumped about that. Did you see the trailer for the Fallout TV show?
No, I saw that on the timeline, and I saw like a bunch of people commenting, but I didn't see the video. I did not. So
should we maybe I'll Maybe I'll share my screen real quick and we'll watch it as a family, and
Little
you can
live
let me
reveal.
know. Let me know how you feel about it.
A live, not so live reveal here.
Fallout show. Official trailer.
First reactions with Diggy here.
Live. I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can. Maybe I will. Can I hide myself? Nope. Oh, show non-video participants. Wait. Boom. Okay, here we go. Fallout trailer. Can you hear it? You probably can't hear it.
Play. Yep, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh, okay.
Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place.
You can hear it?
Yep.
A veritable Camelot, the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man.
Give me a little Severance
You can be a
vibes.
hero by
Yeah.
purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone. To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization. Can you tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
Holy shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead.
Oh my gosh.
I don't set the world
It isn't like the vault
Like
out
this
there.
music?
It's big.
fire. I just want to start.
I've had a rough week. Practically every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
People are going to come after you.
Ain't much stage cleanup here, Volty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs.
Oh, it's coming out soon, April 11th.
Yeah, dude. Couple weeks.
Out of this wasteland. Looks like chaos. But there's always somebody behind the wheel.
Is that the bad guy from National Treasure 2?
Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Everyone wants to save the world. They disagree on how.
There you are, you little killer.
Wow.
Kind of a banger, right?
I mean, this looks incredible, and this is coming from someone that, hand up, I have played a total of like maybe an hour or two of Fallout, and this looks really good. And the fact that it's done by Amazon, slightly worried, but that trailer looks awesome. It looks
Right.
like a mix of Severance and Last of Us.
Yeah.
And I love the music. The actors look great.
There's
Like
gonna be
all the
some
action looks
humor.
cool.
We're gonna have some action. It's gonna be a good mix, and the aesthetic is great. So and yeah, I mean, you know, I said this to a buddy earlier today. When Amazon shits the bed, they really shit the bed. Like with Rings of Power and with Wheel of Time. But when they nail it, they fucking nail it. Like I really liked Reacher. I really liked Jack Ryan. I really liked a couple other shows that were on Prime exclusively. So I hope this is more on that end than it is on the big budget shit. I mean, you know, like The Boys is great, Invincible's awesome. So like, but this is also with like MGM Studio. I don't know like what Amazon MGM is. I don't know what they have done. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. But all right, let's do some voicemail, shall we?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the WGG Sauce Line 617-716-78. Leave us a call, give us a voicemail, and we will listen to it live on the show. Caller number 1. What do you got?
Hey, what's up? I'm calling Wicked Good Gaming here. This is Freddie Freeman of the LA Dodgers. And, just had a quick hypothetical here. You guys are the experts. Hypothetically, if someone were to reach platinum in League of Legends and then be on the brink of failing, but, may have had a coach or two of higher level, watch over the shoulder and kind of explain what they should be doing on the map, over the shoulder coaching. Is that legit? Or, should that not really be counted? I don't know. Again, this is Freddie Freeman, the LA Dodgers. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
I mean, I don't know. It's what do you think about all that? You're the league guy. I mean,
I mean, Freddie Freeman calling into our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Freddie himself.
Freddie
I think
himself.
I have his card.
Freddie Freeman. And, to me, I think it's legit because, I mean, Halo has coaches and they're telling their players what to do mid-game. So if Halo is a legit esport, I think, coaching over the shoulder of League would be okay. Again, completely unbiased opinion, but that's just my opinion.
Totally. I'm right there with you. I think Freddie is completely legit. Thanks for the call, Freddie. And, we can't wait to see you, on the field for the Dodgers this year.
Yeah,
shout
absolutely.
out to Freddie. All right. Next caller, what do we got?
Hey, boys. Coleman here. Thought I'd leave voicemail this week.
Can't hear it.
Rooster Teeth shutting down, which is incredibly sad to me because I spent so much time when I was a kid watching the Let's Play videos that they would put out and like the Michael Rage Quit videos and watching some Red versus Blue. My question to you guys this week is, what is one of your favorite gaming news organizations that is now said and gone that you miss the most? I will have to say that X-Play was definitely one of my favorite shows to watch on TV. I really miss the G4 network, miss them in their prime. So looking forward to hearing you guys' answers about that. I hope you guys have a great week. As always, love you guys.
Coleman, great voicemail as always. Thank you for the call. I'm a big fan. I really miss. We were talking about physical media. I really miss the game magazines, man. I miss Electronic Gaming Monthly. I miss Game Pro. Those were my favorites. I used to love reading those articles. That was a big staple of my childhood and my formative years as a gamer. I used to trust their reviews implicitly. So yeah, big fan of those publications. And I'd say those are the institutions that I miss the most. What about you, Tiggy?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Coleman. And great question. And I would have to go with Machinima. Big Machinima guys.
Wow, rip Machinima.
I love that group in Hutch. Even though all he really streams is politics now, to each their own. But big fan of Hutch, and he was the first kind of YouTuber I followed in terms of gaming and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember he made a video called "The World Needs Tom Cruise." And he was talking about a movie called Magnolia, which I've watched because of him, and it's phenomenal.
Sure.
But he used to just play a pub game and then would just voice over and talk about a topic. And I just thought it was so simple and it was so good. And he had a really good way of speaking his thoughts out. And I like that. And all the videos with him and his buddies on Machinima were fucking sick. And it was just funny. It was just a couple of best friends just making videos together. And it was really cool to see. So, yeah, Machinima would be for me.
Yeah, totally. Thank you, Coleman, for the voicemail. Appreciate it. We got one more caller. What do you got?
Yo, what's up, boys? It's Marco. I'm just calling in to ask if you guys looked at the Expo Hall list for all the people coming to PAX East this year. Usually, I think for every year since COVID, there's been less and less people, more big names rather, coming. Because I figure that since E3 closed down, everyone figured out it's cheaper and more effective to do your own live stream or your own presentation online. But personally, I would like to see some more bigger AA companies or indie companies coming back Like, I know Devolver was there last year. They had a really cool booth. I think AMD had a cool booth, like they were doing like graphics cards and processors and stuff. So I would like to see those guys come back. But I'm interested in seeing, like, if you looked at the Expo Hall list, if you could have like one person or like one company or publisher or developer or whatever to come to PAX again, that's not here this year or the previous years, who would it be and why? Well, I guess I'll see you guys at PAX. I'll get my badge soon. And peace.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks for the call, Marco. And you know what? I haven't reviewed the vendor list just yet. I'm going to see if I can pull it up right now in real time. But, you know, I think in general, I'm just assuming that, like, Blizzard won't be there. I'm assuming that that Gearbox won't be there. But it would be nice to see them, you know, as the AAA developers, you know, and especially since they've announced a couple of pretty big things at PAX over in the past. It'd be nice to see them show face again. I'm going to look up the Expo Hall list right now. But, Tiki, what about you?
Well, I hope Roccat,
Yep.
you know, computer peripheral brand is there, mainly so they have the Dr. Disrespect display. That was awesome. It'd be cool if Dr. Disrespect flew out on his, you know, $20 million jet. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, and maybe he joins the red carpet. That'd be great.
Maybe.
So I would say that would be really cool. Shit. Oh, I would love it if somehow, again, this won't happen, but I would love if somehow we had MVP baseball come back. So, you know, maybe those developers show up and try to take on MLB The Show, because that game absolutely fucking sucks. And it's the same shit they've been putting out for 10 years. And there was a tweet I couldn't resonate more with. It was like, this looks like the exact same game 10 years ago, which is one, impressive, and two, also terrible at this point.
Yep.
And I couldn't agree more. It looks like the same shit they've been putting out for 10 years. And I want MVP baseball back. Bring it back, please.
Totally. Completely agree with you. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. I'm just kind of flipping through the, you know, I'm flipping through the attendee list right now. And, you know, there's a lot of featured attendees. Larian Studios is going to be there, probably showing off maybe some new stuff with Baldur's Gate 3, Mountain Dew Gaming, the Pokemon Company, which is also huge. Last year, they just had like Pokemon TCG. But I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll have some. Maybe we'll get some new stuff. Who knows? But that's all we got for voicemails. Thank you guys for listening. Let's land that train, shall we? PAX East, right around the corner. A couple weeks away. 21st. We are 2 weeks away. We're gonna have to do our live episode live from the show floor at PAX East, just like we always do. That'll be a big one. Big one. But yeah, that's all we got. Thank you guys for listening. Big shout out to all the subs and resubs. Shout out Zamp. Shout out me. Shout out Tiggy. Shout out Marco. Shout out Ken. And all the other chatters that were in here and everybody that resubbed. We really appreciate all of you. Tiggy, what do you got? Anything else before we wrap here?
Not really. I'm going to get on, play some League tonight, and then Destiny 2 with you tomorrow. So it's going to be a big pack weekend. I'm fucking excited.
Absolutely. We're fired the fuck up going into the weekend, just like we always do. It is Friday Junior right now, or maybe it's actually officially Friday if you're not listening to us live. So make sure that you like, rate, subscribe, share everything on all your favorite podcast platforms. This has been yet another episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We love you so much. And we'll see you next week.